The St. Lucie deputy cop who filmed his own stabbing is one of the most eerie cases you'll see today. You're looking at body cam footage taken on the night of March 23, 2022 from Deputy Cody Colangelo of St. Lucie, Florida. The uniformed officer just arrived on the scene of a reported crash. The driver, 21-year-old Lega Day, lost control of her car and slid down an embankment. When the deputy approaches her, she seems to be aimlessly walking along the waterline. Dazed and crying, he asks her what happened.
Hello? What's going on?
Suspect walks towards Deputy Cody, crying.
Man, stop real quick.
In background, but she keeps moving. Once again, the deputy tries to get an understanding of the situation.
What's going on? You don't know?
As they talk, Lega starts to get antsy.
Were you just in a crash? Ma'am, come up here. Don't walk away.
Despite being told to stay put by the deputy, Lega starts trying to leave. By this time, she's full out sobbing.
Okay? Walk upstairs, alright? Let's get out this water area.
I don't wanna. I'm scared.
You're scared?
Whatever happened to this woman, two things are certain. She seems wasted, and she seems like she's deeply distressed. Never a great combination. Still trying to help or calm her down, at the very least, Officer Colangelo once again directs her to walk up some stairs. The sobbing woman complies with the request easily enough, at first.
Alright, let's walk up here. Let's get off this water, okay? Don't run. Slowly walk.
As the deputy moves to follow her up the stairs, the young woman turns around out of nowhere and lunges towards him with a knife in her hand. She stabs him in the neck, nicking his carotid artery. He fires a single round in self-defense, but Lega has already run off. Remembering his police training, Deputy Colangelo held steady pressure on the bleeding wound and started looking for his assailant.
Crazy as hell. Y'all seen how she just attacked a police officer like that? Bro, she attacked the fucking police officer.
And started looking for his assailant, stopping just long enough to call for backup along the way. Lega Day ultimately got picked up by a few members of the backup team that rushed to Colangelo's aid. She was found standing nearby in waist-deep water and said, "I do believe I just stabbed an officer." Lega was arrested immediately. Meanwhile, Officer Colangelo was rushed to Lawnwood Hospital, where he underwent a complicated hours-long surgery that involved using part of a vein in his leg to patch the hole in his neck. The road to recovery was long, but he made it through the horrifying ordeal with his life, barely. According to the doctor leading the operation, Colangelo had been inches from death, literally. Had the knife penetrated his neck at a slightly different angle, the damage would have been beyond repair, and the injured deputy would have bled out on the ride to the emergency room. That's assuming he even made it into the ambulance alive. Based on the seriousness of Deputy Colangelo's wounds and the unprovoked randomness of the attack, Lega Day was charged with attempted murder. After having some time to sober up, Lega eventually tried to explain what was going through her mind during the incident. See, she was under the influence of narcotics at the time of the crash. When she got out of her car, she brought her wallet and the knife along. Lega said she was afraid of going to jail, given the fact that she had just wrecked her vehicle, a vehicle she didn't have insurance on, by the way, and the fact that she was inebriated. So how did Lega handle her fear of going to jail? She panicked and stabbed a cop in the neck. Probably not the smartest move if you hope to avoid major jail time.
Well, damn, they ain't even say how much time she got for that attempted murder. Probably like a 5 to 25 or some shit like that. I feel it's bad that she was with somebody or got a hold of something, ecstasy, you know what I'm saying, some crazy narcotics, which made her go, act the way she did. So I wonder why she wrecked that car, why she was sane enough and understood exactly what the officer was saying. But then, I don't know. I don't know what people be thinking when they be on them drugs, shit. Like, it's fucking little people in their head telling them not to do this, not to do that, or et cetera, et cetera. But I feel like the officer should have done things a little different because she kept having that one right hand You know what I'm saying? She kept hiding that boy. And I wonder what kind of knife or how big the knife was, but y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all think about the situation.
This story out of California is upsetting, and we warn you, it might be hard to watch. It all began when police in LA responded to a call about a man who was on drugs, hadn't slept in days, and was suicidal. On the scene, they have the guy get out of a car and find him holding a large knife. While the cops wait for more support, the guy repeatedly asks police to shoot him. When he starts to move towards the cops, officers shoot him with non-lethal beanbags. The man then runs towards the cops with the knife, and the police open fire with lethal rounds. And as the man falls to the ground and drops the knife, an officer continues to shoot him. The 34-year-old man was taken to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. A recent study found that police in the US receive less training than cops in other developed nations like Canada and France. And experts believe less training translates to more fatal police violence. This all went down last year, but on Wednesday, the police officer said to have fired at least 12 rounds into the man was charged with multiple felonies over the shooting. The man's family has also filed a federal lawsuit against LA County alleging wrongful death.
God damn. I can kind of see why the police officer being charged, because you can see this dude was suffering from some kind of type of mental illness. He wanted to die. He charged with a knife. And growing up, you don't take a knife to a gunfight. And this officer, misjudged like a motherfucker, because how do y'all shoot somebody? This dude falling to the ground and you constantly shooting. Like, what type of shit is y'all on? Like, come on now. You should have popped him once, you know what I'm saying, either with a real bullet or popped his ass with a taser. He got a fucking knife. It's not like he threw the knife at them or anything. He ran towards them with a knife. So they could have easily ran away, took the taser out. And if you have to use lethal, crazy type force, then go ahead and do that. But damn, 12 times?